It's splat time and Dom's not here, so I'd better welcome you to a Splatalot special where we invite 5 young warriors and 5 intrepid teachers to take on the defenders as they compete to capture the much-treasured Splatalot crown.
What are you gonna teach? How to splat?
Have the defenders done their homework, or will the attackers teach them a valuable lesson? They all face a tough exam, but whoever is top of the class will rule the messy kingdom.
By the power of science!
Drop it, give me 20!
So, who will tumble, who will tilt, who will teeter, and where is Dom to help me say... Splat! Hello, I'm Dick. He's late. And this is a special edition of Splatalot, the teachers versus students Splatdown.
Sorry I'm late. The dog ate my phone, and then I had to take him to the vet, and there was a tiger in the vet who ate my dog. And then I'd get a new phone, which made me late to get my doctor's note for PA, and then after that...
Stop. You know there are no excuses on a Splat day. See me after the tournament.
But...
Enough! Now, recite for me the 3 rounds of Splatalot.
The moat challenge, sir, where only the fastest 3 teachers and fastest 3 students will survive. Ditch the dungeon, which will reduce that number down to 2 teachers and 2 students. And capture the crown, where 1 attacker will claim the Splatalot crown, sir.
Good. Now, for more advanced students, here's the moat challenge in greater detail. The attackers begin with a trip to the moat, courtesy of the Splatapult.
Then it's up the slippery slope and across the rolling mace. But on guard is the Splacken.
If they survive that, they head down the impossible incline and then tread carefully over the beastly battle axes.
The Bridge of Disaster follows, and finally the wavering warhead stands between them and the finish line. Now it's time to meet the school bullies. No, the rotten apples. No, the underachievers. The slackers.
What have I told you about name-calling? He's right, though. The defenders are all those things and more. In round 1, it's Fatal, who never fails at being feisty. Mediva, who never fails at being disruptive. And finally, Scab, who never fails, if you know what's good for you.
Scab rules!
All the ladies in the castle say yeah!
Yeah!
I mean, no.
Time to start part 1 of this tricky test. Mediva's on the Aqualizer, Fatal's on Splatzuka, and Scab... Bless you, Scab. Hey, I can get you a doctor's note if you want to skip a lesson.
Right, that's double detention with Miss Melissa.
What?
See you in detention!
See, she's already looking forward to it.
Now she's looking forward into the moat water bottle.
She teaches drama, and I have to say that was a pretty dramatic start to today's tournament.
Now, what have the defenders got in store for her?
Miss Melissa, can I be in the school play? Yes.
So, no roll for Fatal, but plenty of rolling for Miss Melissa. Pitter-patter-poo.
Miss Melissa, look at my excited face.
That's not going to get you in the play, Fatal.
Uh-oh. Heads. Splacken! Well, the Splacken often takes centre stage, and once again it steals the show, sending the drama teacher into the frothy tutu.
She's back up, though, and survives the incline.
I have a monologue for you. If we attackers have offended, think but this and all is mended. And thus this week in idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream.
Well, Fatal, take note. That's how you audition for the school play.
You love me. You really love me.
Silly showstopper!
Well, I don't know if that was a response to Scab's acting or just a plain and simple splat.
Probably a bit of both, but she keeps getting back up.
Miss Melissa, you know splat improvisation.
I know splat.
She certainly does know splats. Cranky curtain call.
Very good improv. Brava!
Encore, Miss Melissa.
That might be a tad optimistic, Scab, because her performance ends with a slow time of 9:27.
Here's Shaishav.
Winning!
One step at a time.
Well, here he is, stepping onto the axes. So far, so good.
Scab springs into action with some goo grenades. Birdie's just about weathering the storm.
Oh, he's starting to wobble. Can he hold on? Nearly there, but bulging baboon!
Well, Scab and the battle axes ganged up on Shaishav there. He did brilliantly at first to hold on, but a splat was inevitable.
Here he is at the Bridge of Disaster.
He yells at the bridge,
Mediva yells at Shaishav.
and we yell...
Splacken! He just didn't see it coming.
That's why you have to run, Shaishav, because the splacking gon' get you.
Well, it certainly just got Shaishav.
But with 416, he'll stand a very good chance of qualifying for the next round.
By the power of science!
By the power of splatting!
Here's our next teacher, Mr. Chris. Drinky Wonk!
As we're talking science, I think we should give gravity some credit here. It would be impossible to splat without it. Oh, look, he's lost his hair.
Mr. Chris, I don't know about you, but I'm getting a distinct whiff of nerd.
I consider myself A regular Einstein, and I'm proud of it.
Well, you don't have to be a regular Einstein to know what's coming next. Wiggy flute!
Yes, splat equals Mr. C squared.
That's the most physical demonstration of a physics equation I've ever seen.
This equation's not so easy, though. Will 619 equal round 2?
Early days yet. Here's our next student, Mikayla.
Party can start now!
Party? She needs to pass the test first.
Don't worry, she's left an apple for each of the defenders.
I don't think she can get round them that easily.
She survives the water blast, but will the axes be too much for her? Steady, steady. Otter pocket!
Should have left the axe as an apple, too.
Onto the bridge now. Mikayla looks a little uncomfortable.
Not cool!
Nothing cool about that floppy splat, either.
Mikayla, you're a party pooper.
Nevertheless, our party girl completes the course in 6:54.
Don't forget your goodie bag, Mikayla.
Marry me, Gilder!
Oh, dear. Doesn't she know that Gildar's no longer a part of Splatalot?
Yeah, why did he leave?
Well, he just stopped defending, really. So in love with himself, he just kept staring at his reflection in the moat.
Ah, right. Back to Ryleigh.
Marry me, Gilder!
Here she is on the slippery slope.
Ryleigh, do you love Gildar? Yeah. I have some bad news for you, Ryleigh. He is already in love with somebody else. Himself.
She's right about that.
Now is Ryleigh in love with the axes? Ooh, bang, widget!
Ryleigh is head over heels for Gildar.
To be honest, I don't think Gildar was on Riley's mind at all there. She was too busy falling off an axe, rebounding off the bridge, and splatting in the moat.
And she completes the course in a pretty reasonable 6:11.
Well, we're pretty unreasonable, so here's some goo, Ryleigh.
Seems like a good time to head for the leaderboard. At the halfway stage, Shaishav is leading for the students, and Mr. Chris is on top for the teachers.
Remember, the fastest 3 students and the fastest 3 teachers go through to round 2. So in effect, we've got 2 mini tournaments running in parallel.
Yeah, what do you think of it so far?
Well, it's funny. The defenders are treating the teachers with respect, and it's almost like the attackers are fellow students that they don't have to be nice to.
So it's almost as if the defenders have gone back to school.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Lessons would be impossible, and break times would be almost as messy as this course.
Sounds fantastic! So, at the halfway stage in the moat challenge, we have 2 more students and 3 more teachers to come.
So that means Shaishav, leading the students, is already through, but Miss Melissa and Mr. Chris aren't yet safe, as the next 3 teachers could all be faster.
So you're saying I might not have to see Miss Melissa in detention after all?
Don't worry, if she leaves the tournament, I'll do it myself. And remember, it was double detention, and now it's triple detention for being cheeky.
What? Let's get back to the leaderboard before I get detention forever. Shaishav leads the students with 4:16, followed by Ryleigh and Mikayla.
And Mr. Chris is less comfortably on top in the Teacher's Challenge with 6:19, ahead of Miss Melissa.
The defenders are back in position, so it's time to welcome our 3rd teacher, Mr. Dain.
Drop it, give me 20!
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20! That's incredible! That's the fastest 20 push-ups I've ever seen.
Yeah, I even had time to put the kettle on.
Back to Mr. Dain, who's just cleared the mace roll.
Hey, Mr. Dain, want to play dodgeball?
Splacken!
For not paying attention, drop and give me 20.
Well, the Splacken gives Mr. Dain a taste of his own medicine, and he gives Scab his 20 splats.
That's an awful lot of splackening. Are you sure? Maybe we should stop now?
I was enjoying that.
Only joking. There we go.
Right.
Mr. Dain, you're definitely not a history teacher.
No, Fatal, he isn't, and he won't be history with that fabulous time.
Mr. Dain, I'm here with you.
What's Medivh up to?
She's just distracting Mr. Dain from the goo drop. Ha, nice work.
I'm ready for this course, but I better not mess up my hair.
Yeah, good luck with that, Olivia.
Well, it's dry, it's dry, it's dry. It's wet.
Olivia, the wet look is really last season.
So are your put-downs, Fatal?
That's correct.
Olivia, I'm sorry, did I mess up your hair?
Just a little.
Slime will help it. It's like a conditioner, it's a leave-in.
I think Olivia needs to rinse all that off.
And she does.
Olivia, you're not supposed to wash it out that quick. It's not gonna work.
Well, that time's not going to work either, as Olivia waves goodbye to the competition. But let's give her some more conditioner before she goes.
Here's Selwyn.
Defenders, get ready to get school.
What? How did he manage that time? He must have cheated.
Well, let's check his results and find out. Okay, here he is on the mace roll. Yes, that's good. He's over. Pass. Onto the battle axes. Yes, he's cleared them too. Another pass. Let's move on to the bridge. He avoids the Splacken and crosses effortlessly. He passes again. And finally, the wavering warhead. Yes, nice and easy. Yet another pass. So, with a faultless round, Selwyn completes the course in 11:57. Wait a minute. Put it back to how it was.
All right.
That's quadruple detention.
Of course it is.
Here's our next attacker. Don't you shush me, young man.
No, our next attacker's a librarian. See?
Here comes Hulk!
Here comes Hulk.
Apparently you wouldn't like Miss Jessie when she's angry. Shepton Mallet!
Oh, Miss Jessie!
Medivh,
Yes!
when you go to the library, are you quiet or do you always talk like that?
What you mean? I'm quiet now, Scab. I'm whispering. Oh, you guys are awful.
So while the defenders have been quietly chatting, Miss Jessie has been getting on with the course.
But she doesn't finish without a trip into the blobby porridge. The librarian turns aquarium.
And with that time of 6:07, Miss Jessie has booked her place in round 2. Booked! Get it?
Yeah, I get it. And so does Miss Jessie.
Detentions for everyone. Des retenues pour tout le monde.
In case you didn't catch that, Mr. Charles teaches French.
Pinana.
Is that French too?
No, Pinana is Splatish.
Ah, merci beaucoup.
Mr. Charles now at the mace roll, and he's done pretty well.
Monsieur Charles, how old are you? 206.
Regardez, Monsieur Charles! Le Splacken!
Well, we've seen this before. Fatal distracts and the Splacken impacts.
But he won't mind, as that time of 5:55 means he's qualified for the next round.
And to celebrate, he entertains us all with a little dance.
Everyone will be doing this at school tomorrow.
Here's the leaderboard. Through for the students are Selwyn, Shaishav, and Ryleigh. And for the teachers, we have Mr. Dain, Mr. Charles, and Miss Jessie. Well, that first round was quite an education. The teachers did brilliantly, and all of them survived the course.
As did the students, who also have the edge when it comes to faster times. But round 2 is a different challenge entirely.
That's right. In Ditch the Dungeon, the teachers and students are all in it together.
Au revoir, monsieur!
Yes, the 2 parallel mini-tournaments now become one as the 3 remaining teachers and 3 remaining students finally come face to face.
Only 4 will survive the next round, but as it's a special edition, we're going to ensure that 2 students and 2 teachers go through. Suppose that's fair, otherwise the students wouldn't stand a chance.
That's a bit harsh. In fact, I predict a student will win.
Rubbish. The teachers have already got the crown in the bag.
Okay, then, look, if I'm right, you let me off all those detentions.
All right, then. But if I win, then your detention is to clean the moat after the tournament.
You're on.
Here's a reminder of the silly students and terrific teachers who are still in the game.
Selwyn, Shaishav and Ryleigh.
And Mr. Dain, Mr. Charles, and Miss Jessie. Here is the next challenge, and we like to call it
Ditch the Dungeon.
The attackers start beneath the castle walls where they must escape from the stock market. Then once across the slippery splatwalk, they can start climbing the loathsome ladder. But that's much easier said than done when the defenders are on duty with their slime-fueled weapons.
Those that survive can claim one of 4 flags, 2 for the teachers and 2 for the students. Each flag representing a place in the final.
So that's what all 6 attackers are up against.
Yeah, it's quite a tricky challenge, but is it challenging enough?
I think I know the answer to that one. Time for some fresh defenders. He's fresh and feathery. Oh!
Oh, you scared me.
It's Kookaburra.
Hello?
He's stale and leathery, the always hungry Vain. And he's fierce and prickly, the blue bully boy Thorn.
Here's a lesson for you. Sweet. Let me go get my hot dog.
Told you he was always hungry.
The attackers are in the stock market. Ryleigh, Shaishav and Selwyn are all set, as are Mr. Charles, Miss Jessie and Mr. Dain.
Kook's on the froth brother, Thorn's at the top, and Vain's practicing the shot put.
And the school bell signals the start of the second round. The attackers head for the gate and are swiftly through.
But fat pause, Ryleigh and Shaishav share a slip on the aptly named Splatwalk.
The froth descends as Miss Jessie takes an early lead, but that doesn't last long, and she takes an early bath.
You know, Mr. Dain, I'm a little bit of an athlete myself. I'm a pro at shot put.
And she vacuum, and Mr. Dain goes down the drain, courtesy of Mr. Vain.
He shot puts another goo grenade. This time Shaishav's on the receiving end, and all that froth helps him slide back into the broth.
Shaishav loses his footing, and on his way down, he can't avoid giving Selwyn a rather unhelpful nudge.
What are you gonna teach? How to splat?
Chin fuzz! Kook splats Mr. Dain, who in turn takes out Ryleigh.
And now it's Thorn's turn to dislodge Miss Jessie. She tries to hold on, but no, she slides back down again.
Guys, what's the pirate doing on here? Why are you dressed as a pirate?
Essaye de voler.
I can't understand what you're saying.
Tu vas aller au bureau.
Can we get some subtitles?
I don't know, can we?
Hang on, try this.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Thank you. And I think we can say goodbye to the teachers' chances in this tournament.
Here, don't be cheeky. You're still on moat cleaning detention, young man.
Not if a student wins the crown, I'm not.
Well, the final is an awfully long way off yet. Let's get back to the splats.
Great, there's one already.
How's Mr. Dain doing?
Mr. Dain, did you remember to stretch?
Well, he takes Dain's advice, which is really a good idea.
Yep, he slides down the ladder, and oh, he collides with Shaishav.
Well, he managed to avoid Ryleigh and Mr. Charles, but Shaishav was a different matter altogether.
But he's soon back up. Hey, get ready for the purple plague! Oh!
Here it comes!
Oh, but the plague's stuck in the phone.
Double up. This is Chemistry 101 here. What happens when you mix foam and the purple plague? Splat!
Well, Cook just adds water to the chemistry experiment, and finally we get the full effect of the plague in all its glory.
You guys are getting an F on this course.
But it's an A for effort because here they come again.
Selwyn's at the top, but Thorn's in his way.
Cook spotted Ryleigh too, and she's sent slipping and sliding all the way back into the Biggleboo.
Cook's now off to Selwyn, and the young attacker is also dislodged from the ladder.
Thorn sees off Shaishav and then unceremoniously shoves Mr. Dain. Surely that's a detention.
Well, using the pokey pike is one thing, but after losing it, Thorn just gets physical with our PE teacher.
He nearly lost the pike for good, but Cook spotted it.
So did Ryleigh. She gets there before Cook and grabs the pike.
She hands it to Mr. Dain, who discards it. So Thorn is a weapon down.
And so he should be.
He's still got his slimy slicer, and that's enough to send brave young Ryleigh back down.
Shaishav's down too, but Mr. Dain is over. He becomes the first attacker and the first teacher to claim a flag.
Selwyn's right behind him and is the first student through to the final.
Miss Jessie slips just at the wrong moment, leaving Mr. Charles with the perfect opportunity to make it through.
He struggles but finds his feet and becomes the second teacher to reach the final.
Room for one more.
Dave's right, and it looks like it's going to be Shaishav. He strolls past the defenders and becomes our fourth finalist.
So that's it. Round 2 is complete.
I failed you.
So it's the defenders who get an F.
And this lot get an A-star.
Bad luck, Miss Jessie and Ryleigh. You both battled valiantly. But there's only room for 4 in that final, and don't they know it?
So representing the students, we have Selwyn and Shaishav, and our 2 triumphant teachers are Mr. Dain and Mr. Charles. What a great round, and both teachers finished ahead of the students. Looks like you're heading for that detention after all.
Yeah, look, I've got just as good a chance as you.
Well, just in case, I've got you a little prezzy.
You shouldn't have. No, really, you shouldn't have.
You can use it to clean the moat when you lose. Yes, just look at all that dirty, milky brew. The moat's always at its messiest and splattiest in the final.
All right, calm down. Let's see what the Splatstat hat thinks.
Shaishav and Mr. Charles have identical records. They both have a 2nd and 4th place to their name. Selwyn was fastest round the moat challenge, but came 3rd in Ditch the Dungeon. That leaves Mr. Dain, who came 2nd in round 1, but won round 2, making him the favourite. Great! So the Splatstat hat says a teacher will win.
It's been wrong before. Here's a reminder of the teachers and students who still have it all to play for.
We have students Selwyn and Shaishav, and teachers Mr. Dain and Mr. Charles.
Here's what the final has in store for them.
For starters, they've got all 6 defenders to deal with.
I think it's fair to say they won't want to lose to a teacher or a student.
And then there's the course itself to contend with. The attackers start by taking a trip to the Dire Mire, where they will find the barrier of all barriers, and soon after that, the terrifying tease.
They then make their way onto the scary go-round, which transports them to the annihilating arm. Once over that, they have to leap onto the gruesome twosome.
The ever-so-clever clobbering cannons are next. Then it's a leap onto the royal ramps, followed by a climb up the rock wall, where the much-treasured crown awaits. That is quite a PE lesson.
Down on the course, Vane's on the Aqualizer, Medivh and Fatal are on Splatzookas, Thorn's vaporizing and Scab and Coop.
Many episodes times this many attackers equals how many splats I have done. Minus 4,000! Minus 4,000! That's not right!
It's a calculated guess, but I'd say Scab's not happy.
Here are the attackers. Mr. Charles is in green, Selwyn's in yellow and green, Mr. Dain's in yellow, and Shaishav's in orange. Shaishav is the first in the mire and the first to the barrier.
They all struggle to get a grip, but Shaishav is over and maintains his early lead.
Mr. Dain is next with a cheeky little pirouette.
Now, what kind of form is Medivh in? Oh, splatty form.
Now, what's Mr. Dain up to? Oh, what a leap! Then he's water blasted, and finally he splats!
Shaishav tries the tease now. Festooner!
And now Selwyn has a go. Double Festooner!
Poor Selwyn gets a soaking and then a splatting. Let's see that again. A soaking and a splatting. Marvellous stuff.
Hey, Mr. Dain, why don't you take another lap? Now!
Mr. Dain tries the tease a second time and wisely decides not to leap. The water blast gets him again, but this time he hangs on. Yes, he recovers and makes it over.
So does Shaishav.
Here's Selwyn's second attempt, but no, he's back down into the Uncle Foo-Foo.
Mr. Dain makes it onto the scary go-round. Shaishav tries to keep up, but Hopplejeff.
Onto the annihilating arm.
Taking no notes, Fatal? Yeah, I'm just taking notes on Mr. Dain on how to splat.
Is that a huge pencil or is Fatal tiny?
Back to the course, and Mr. Dain is down.
So let's check Fatal's notes. 1, hold on to the annihilating arm. Yes, he did that. 2, splat. Yes, he did that as well. Good notes, Fatal.
Back to Mr. Charles at the terrifying tease. He's an easy target for Medivh at the moment, so needs to get a move on.
There he goes. Jam Jam Kisser.
Shaishav tries the scary go-round again, and this time he makes it!
Next stop, the annihilating arm. He grabs onto it. So far, so good. But now he's left hanging.
Lift it up!
Oh, he's in real trouble now! Gorgonzola Bud!
Let's check Fatal's notes for Shaishav. Well, an additional point from her. Do a backflip. Well done, Fatal. Very observant. Now, how about a little bit of defending, eh?
Back to the tease, Mr. Charles is catching his breath, but Selwyn gets a second win and storms his way over.
Don't hurt me, Mr. Dain. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's a first. Kook splats Mr. Dain and then apologises.
Donkey swing!
Another big leap from Mr. Dain there, and an even bigger splat to follow.
Now, can Shaishav do any better? He leaps, but it's the same splatty result.
Here's a lesson in slime for you, Mr. Dain.
Don't make him angry, Thorn.
Is it going?
You can't see it on TV, but Mr. Dain's huge.
Is he gone?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen the defender so scared.
Hey, you touched the side.
What's this? One of Scab's made-up rules?
Well, it's worked. He's persuaded Mr. Dain to jump into the moat.
Selwyn lands on the twosome. He's doing well now.
But Shaishav's still ahead of him.
Scab slimes, then the cannons clobber.
Yes, Scab's gone for the personal touch, but there's nothing personal about the cannons, who just don't like the attackers anywhere near them.
But Selwyn's managed it. He makes it clobber-free onto the royal ramps.
Bain spots the danger, and Scab steps it up with the slime.
Shaishav joins Selwyn, who's about to leap for the rock wall.
Medivh splats him, and that might have been enough to put him off.
Now it's Shaishav's turn. He leaps, but no, he can't hold on either.
Mr. Dain has finally made it onto the ramps.
He's been pelted with slime from every angle, and now he has the 2 students for company. This is turning into a fantastic final.
What a shame Mr. Charles couldn't make it.
He's still trying, but he can't get past the tees.
Splatalot.
Time for Mr. Dain to make his move, and he makes it.
Mr. Dain, stop what you're doing.
Kook won't put him off now, but Selwyn might.
And here comes Shaishav. There goes Shaishav.
And it looks like Dom's going to be in detention. Mr. Dain climbs over and claims his crown. He is the new king of Splatalot.
That's really tough on Selwyn.
Yeah, but I think the right man won, especially as he was a teacher.
All right.
So, Mr. Dain, bully all the other kids and beat them.
Now.
Got it! Woo!
Well done, King Mr. Dain.
King Mr. Dain? That sounds ridiculous.
Don't disrespect the new king. You're in enough detentions as it is. The important thing is Splatalot has a brave new ruler, regardless of what we call him.
Who wants to be king anyway? Winning Splat of the Day is much cooler. See, Selwyn had the right approach. He wasn't in for the stupid crown. He just went looking for that water blast and said, Splat, do your worst. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Well, I do know you're talking yourself into more bother. Now apologise to King Mr. Dain.
Sorry, King Mr. Dain.
Here's his journey to the crown.
Drop it, give me 20.
King Mr. Dain splatted heavily throughout the tournament, putting his heart and soul into every round. He showed us how to keep fighting for our goals and taught us never to lose sight of our dreams. Shut it. So let's hear from our new ruler, King Mr. Dain.
My first act as King of Splatalot is to throw one of you into the moat. I wish it could be all of you, but today it will be you, Fatal.
Oh, no, I didn't see that coming.
Take note, Fatal. That's what you get if you mess with the new ruler.
Well, I for one feel sorry for her. Is there no such thing as free speech in this kingdom?
You're only saying that because you're about to clean the moat.
Can I not at least wait till Fatal jumps in?
All right. We'll see you soon. But for now, here is the Splatterpool ceremony.
So until next time, keep splatting!